Now, on the other side of the planet, completely different style. Same, almost identical message, but very different style. There's a fellow by the name of Gandhi. What Gandhi did, again, probably even what us as Westerners don't maybe realize, it probably generated the single largest civil disobedience movement on planet Earth ever. Huge. I mean, we're talking millions and millions and millions. And unfortunately, I have clips of Gandhi, live clips of him, but the quality is very poor. So I have this clip. It's from the movie Gandhi. And this is a particular piece that actually is a speech that he gave. So the words are correct. Now, the enactment, I can only imagine, is knowing, it was Ben Kingsley, knowing that the way he studies the character, that is probably as close to the way Gandhi did it as anybody could do. And so this is actually was actually a scene in South Africa. The Indian population, actually, in South Africa, was basically under the control of the British. And the British martial law had set into place certain laws that basically had taken all the rights away from the Indian citizenry there. And so they were asked, this was one more set of laws, and Gandhi, being a trained lawyer, but being Indian, basically stood between the Indian population and the British guns, and basically said that we will not submit to this law. And basically also, and I want you to listen to what his message was, because this thing is fully enacted. There's a meeting. You'll see the British consulate and the two soldiers sitting with him, and you see the Indian population. He'll explain the situation. I want you to see, again, in a very different style than Kennedy or King, but nonetheless equally powerful. Okay? So go ahead with that one. The rest is history. The law was repealed. And Gandhi went from South Africa to India and did the same thing. And the British left. What worked?
Emotion.
What's that?
Emotion.
Emotion? Good. Put himself on the line. Took the higher road. Very nice. What else? Setting the rules. Good. Very tight context. Very good observation. Yes?
Power, not force.
Power, not force. Excellent. In what way?
When you use a higher vibration, as Gandhi did, he was vibrating at about 700, and the British Empire was vibrating at 150. And he single-handedly took down the British Empire.
I call it what? Tension. You know, there's not a lot of body language, fiery speech. It was pure intention. Vibrational level, if you want to call it that. Well, yeah, I don't know if he was planning on... He used the audience. He definitely flipped the audience around and used their emotion, but took them to a higher ground. He enrolled them, yeah. Could have had a riot on his hands. Yes?
By the use of his voice, it was very steady, very on the mark. He didn't move. But
Exactly.
his eyes stayed on his audience. They focused, and
That's
he
right.
said, I
Good.
will do this.
Very good observation. Very high intention. Yes?
He heard what they said. Okay. He heard what they said, and he, in a sense, agreed with them and then turned it around.
Right.
He didn't make them wrong.
Right. Good, very nice. Didn't make them wrong. Used a lot, yeah, commanded of the facts, good. Yeah, he was an attorney. He knew the exact facts. He took something complicated and made it very, very simple. Yes?
He acknowledged them. The one man said he was going to do such and such, and he said, I honor your commitment to this.
Right.
And I will do this, but in a different way.
Right. He never made him wrong.
To every single person in that room. He made the issue personal to everybody.
Right.
And you
Good.
can't help but win that war because you got everybody on your side. 100% enrollment, right?
Yeah, he did. He put his life, but he asked everybody to put theirs on there as well.
He also used logic because he explained why violence was not going to work against violence.
Yeah, he said he used logic. She said he used logic because he said violence wouldn't work in this case. See, the British government, British Empire is used to dealing with violence. They had superior firepower. Real simple. Right.
We will prevail.
Yeah, we cannot lose. Because he said his logic, we can't lose. Because they can torture my body, break my bones, even kill me. Then they have my dead body, but they don't have my obedience. Very powerful words.
He involved everyone by saying we have nothing to hide.
We have nothing to hide. We have no secrets. Right. Very good. Okay? Now, how many people could feel that piece as well? See, this is what my goal for you is, for you to walk out of here at the end of 4 days and just have, how many would just like a fraction of that power? Or even a bigger fraction of that power? Okay, good. There's another one here I want to show you too. Is actually not a, I don't even know if this really happened. This is also from a movie. But anybody here from England? From Britain? Okay, good. Now this is a scene from the movie Henry V. And the movie Henry V, King Henry, there's the famous battle. Do you know the one I'm talking about? What's that? Who said it? Battle of Agincourt. Okay, and you'll recognize certain words in this because this has been played out many, many times. And apparently the legend or the facts or history says that King Henry went to France to reclaim France for the crown of England, which obviously was a hopeless battle. And his army was very badly beaten, and they were about to face the French one more time, outnumbered 5-1. His whole tattered force was ready to run. He steps out and he delivers this speech, which then became this famous speech because then they went into battle and actually beat the French in this battle with a minimum number of casualties, even though they were outnumbered. Very much of a rallying deal. So I want you to look at this one so that for the next time you think you're having a bad day, just think about these poor slobs that were out there about ready to literally get their heads handed to them. And what Henry comes out of the woods to give this particular speech. And if you listen to it, there's quite an attitude involved if you can follow the English. Okay? So we can show that one. Now, I can't guarantee you'll always have the background music either. But what worked about that? If, in fact, that speech was ever delivered. Courage. Good. What else? He kept moving. Good. What was it? You know, Kennedy had used challenge. King used brotherhood and freedom. Leadership. What was this one? Honor and glory. Good. He offered him the one gift, the one greatest gift that anybody could ever ask for. Immortality. Immortality. I mean, you hear what he said? He said, if to die, we would not, basically what he said, if anybody has no stomach for this fight, let him depart. He says, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. These guys are about ready to die. He's going, the fewer, the better. You talk about, reframing it. Everybody understand? Now, there's a big lesson there. I mean, so he promised immortality. He promised they'd become legends. Plus, he said they would also be a brotherhood. We few, we happy few. Yes? Yeah, I don't want to miss this. Let me go. Put me in. What's that? Yeah, and he said, all those gentlemen now in England abed will think themselves accursed they were not here. Shoot, I wish I could have been there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But the point is that many times in history, this is not an isolated case. The issue is partly what happened and why, but what do you learn? Make sense? So, before we go, I got a few more here, but what I want to do here is I need to count you off here for a little idea I've got here. Okay, you're number 1? In tens. I'm sorry, in tens.